Good morning, folks. It's the one and only notorious, glorious V the Girl Economist coming to you live. I don't know what I tried to broadcast earlier and was I don't know what the hell happened. But anyway, I'm back. 5-minute news here on RogueNews.com. Check us out, RogueNews.com. Follow us on Twitter at Real Rogue News. Rogue News on every single podcasting app known to humanity. And please bear with us as we're still trying to work to get things up and running everywhere. Anyway, a couple of things going on, folks. Nexium, a lot of Nexium news coming out. Keith Rainier is in jail, been sentenced, but the reverberations and the shockwaves from that explosive scandal the best geopolitical, geostrategic, geoeconomic analysis anywhere in the world. So check it out right there on the bottom. The Nexium update is this: there were actual human experiments that came out on Nexium, folks, and I don't know if you realize this or not, but there was what's called their daycare centers, their Rainbow Cultural, what's called the Rainbow Cultural Garden, which is their daycare centers. Okay, their daycare centers, folks, are being shut down, and what's coming out is that these children were mentally traumatized, Also, as well, the fact that that there was visa and immigration fraud, the likes of which no one has ever seen before, in order to get trafficked children and young girls from the southern Mexican border into the United States, all done with connections, folks, with connections. And the names are going to come out. Chuck E. Cheese Schumer, Christine Gillibrand, and connections to, of course, drumroll please, the Hillary and Bill Clinton Foundation. So amazing information that is coming out with the Rainier case that very few people are talking about. I go in depth with it, so check it out right there on the bottom. Click that link, become a gorilla like no other, and be frontline with me as we fight for truth, justice, and the American way. Anyway, guys, the whole thing with Iran, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of bluster about war with Iran. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. It's a logistical nightmare and a strategic impossibility. People say, well, Trump stopped from firing firing cruise missiles over at Iran, and he pulled it. How noble, how wonderful. But the truth of the reality is, the Iranians have Russian energy weapons that can deactivate those cruise missiles. It would have literally just landed in the desert outside of Tehran and it would not have done any sort of damage anywhere. So check that out. Also, there won't be no airstrikes. Why? Because Iran shooting down that drone was the best thing they ever did. They showed them that they can go out there and reach the Global Hawk, which flies at such high altitudes, very difficult to shoot down. And they blew the damn thing out of the sky. They blew the damn thing out of the sky. Good on them. They're showing the world that they got balls to stand up to the U.S., and they're not worried about the intimidation. And the U.S. damn straight skippy knows that they can't fly jets into Iranian territory without them being blown out of the sky. And the Americans know, what are they going to do? They're going to field the half-broken, half-developed, half-baked F-35, a flying failure of a plane and platform that is? No. It's better for the U.S. to maintain appearances that it's a powerful superpower than to expose itself on a world stage. And I'm telling you right now, there's nothing better than Iran exposing the weakness of the U.S. on a world stage. It's the equivalent of Conor McGregor talking his crap to Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Khabib Nurmagomedov choking the living daylights out of Conor, causing him to tap out. It's the same situation here, folks, when it comes to the U.S. It knows it will tap. We will tap when it comes to any sort of a conflict right there in Iran. We don't have the men, the materiel, and look, it was a logistical nightmare, Gulf War I, when we had to tear through a tiny country called Kuwait. That was a logistical nightmare that required over 6 months of buildup. We have several months of buildup there in the Middle East, but we do not have the men or material that can deal with the topography and the terrain and the harshness and the capabilities of Iran in general. So look for this not to happen. Look for an idiot to replace Trump in office at the end of Trump's second term. Then maybe there's a very good chance of some sort of a conflict that will end the U.S. empire once and for all and get us off this dollar standard. Secondly, a war with Iran will be a fool's errand, because what will happen, folks, is that China will